Hi guys, you are welcome to Straight from the Heart. This is a podcast about issues bothering us as individuals, from work to family, relationships, spirituality, psychology, you name it. I'll be helping you find answers to these problems using words and poetry. And I would also be citing real stories here on the podcast weekly. Now, before we delve into all of that, feel free to follow me on Instagram at Poetrapy, and you can also find this podcast for repeats and playbacks on the YouTube channel and also on the Poetrapy page, Poetrapy on Instagram. Today we'll be looking at When Love Hurts using the story of Binta as case study. A few weeks ago, Binta put up on her Instagram page where she said, benzodiazepine, yay or nay. I responded to that message. I said nay, because it is addictive, and this began a conversation between Binta and myself. And she started by saying, I know, but I'm having sleeping problems. Do you know I finished a bottle of wine yesterday and I couldn't sleep? I was in shock, and I responded, oh no. First, no more wines. And now tell me, what is bothering you? Binta began by telling me she couldn't tell what was bothering her. She couldn't place it. We went on and on about that. I asked her about her weekly schedule, her routines daily, and all of that, trying to find a solution to her problems, until about 18 minutes later, Binta came up and opened up to me about how she was having a problem. And she could actually tell me what the problem was, as she identified the problem to be that she was in a relationship. In her words, she said, well, I'm in a relationship and this particularly scares me. I love him too much, and that fear of losing him is driving me crazy. And so here are the words I have for Binta. First things first, I want Binta to know, and everybody else who's going through anything like this or anything remotely close to this, to know first off that love is a beautiful thing. And also to know that love springs forth from vulnerability, being able to be open to the person you love and be true to yourself. But then there are a lot of misconceptions that come with love, some of which include the fact that people just always say all good things come to an end, a phrase that has birthed a lot of unnecessary and untold fear. All good things do not come to an end, guys. Everything comes to an end. Life, weddings, relationship, schooling, everything does come to an end. And so I would honestly love for you to take away that misconception, that discrimination of the word good, G-O-O-D, and realize that the phrase should be everything comes to an end. So for Binta and everybody who's dealing with whatever that looks remotely close to what Binta is dealing with, here's my advice. It's a good thing that you know how you're feeling and you know where this feeling is coming from. But I need you to know that the heart as an organ was put in us, in our bodies, by God, to let us realize that the heart, in a quest to protect itself from impending hurt that is perceived to come with love, it does a lot of strange things, like bring up defense mechanisms from emotions that may or may not be negative, but are mostly negative. Emotions like hurt, emotions like fear, doubt, and uncertainty. So now that you're aware that these negative emotions are coming from the heart's way of protecting itself against an impending hurt that everybody perceives should come with pain, I also want you to know something else. That love and pain are two emotions that are quite similar, because they are both strong emotions, they are both very consuming emotions, they are both empowering emotions, and they are both draining in their elements. And so your heart automatically starts to feel like it wants to hurt, a message that it gets from the brain. So in a way to protect you, the heart brings up all these negative emotions like doubt and fear, uncertainty, and of course fear of the unknown, like what Binta is having to deal with. So again, here's my advice. Tell yourself that life doesn't depend on this, and that you will still be who you are whether or not the relationship works out. Be careful about the feelings that you're having and do not overthink it, because you might be forced to do something strange that would eventually hurt your relationship. Discuss your fears with your partner and you'll be surprised he just might feel the same. Of course, be real to yourself, your feelings, and your partner, and be open about it as well. Also remember that it's easy to get distracted by your emotions, and that you would miss a key point as important as unrequited love if you focus on your emotions and run solely with your heart. So what I'm trying to say here is, let your heart lead, but let your head be a guiding light, directing your heart on what to do. In that way, when you're in love and it's so strong and it's so deep and you're just so scared, don't be too focused on that fear to neglect telltale signs of impending danger like violence. No matter how much you are into a relationship, be wise. Be wise. Also, I want to tell you that you should spend time enjoying and living in the moment of love. Love is made up of a lot of memories and moments that would forever stay with us. So it's good for you to enjoy it as it lasts or while it lasts. Rather than chasing what isn't there, trying to fix what isn't broken, why don't you enjoy the moment? Live in the moment. Make these memories count. Treasure every moment of the good times. So if ever the bad times come, you know that you have enough good memories to help you get through the bad times. Remember that where love is concerned, every moment counts. So make sure you learn to live in the right now. I hope this has been healing, inspiring, motivating for you listening to this podcast, and I would love to get your comments and reviews. Remember to reply this message via whatever platform you get to listen to, via WhatsApp or via Instagram by sending me a DM, or just comment on the YouTube channel if you get to see it there. So let me know what your comments are. Send in your entries and your stories. Now, to buttress all of this, I would like to leave you with a piece by my humble self, and this is a poem written solely for this, titled When Love Hurts. For me to live within this moment is to die a million times from the uncertainties it brings, trying to figure out which word, action, thoughts. My bed of roses smells beautiful in the day, and although the thorny underlay exists, for me to live within this moment is to believe a million times over that my blood would not be drawn from a bed that habits my soul, neither will my comfort zone be my deathbed. Though death exists and so does love, I choose only the later. For me to live within this moment, I would have to be deaf to the deceptive cries in my head of a wolf unborn, blind to the mirage of a troubled tower with my paradise heart, silent to the fear that lurks in plain sight, knowing that this moment is all that counts in this cold war of my head and my heart, siblings of the same ancestry but different destinies. Now here's something I needed to write down and put where you can see it. I live always to love every day, choosing only to dwell on positive moments, whether others come down on me like threats. Now we've come to the end of this episode, When Love Hurts. I hope you were able to gain a thing or two from the poetry. Here are some lessons to learn. The need for you to appreciate every moment you have. Appreciate the good times, knowing that the existence of bad moments doesn't mean you have to dwell in the bad moments. Also for you to, for yourself, always make the right decisions, choosing only what's best for you. And of course for you to stop preempting evil when the story and the going is good. If you have enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and also follow on Instagram at Poetrapy. Feel free to turn on the post notifications to be notified of new episodes. Rate and review this podcast and also share with your friends and loved ones. I hope you have now learned to handle everyday matters Go out there and be you. Till I come again next week. Remember, this is Straight from the Heart, a House of Poetrapy initiative.